Okay, so tip number 4. This is going to sound funny. It's not about food. I'm calling this tip mind games because I've done many, many diets over the last, I'm in my 50s. I started dieting at maybe 15 or 16 years old, so 40 years. Okay, I've done many, many, many diets. I've been disappointed many times. I've worked really hard every time. I've failed, I've quit, all the rest. And I can tell you this, doing this way of eating isn't about a food plan. Don't shout me down, but there is your mind, your emotions, and the third one is your food plan. All right, let me just do that. Mind, emotions, food plan, right? This is my electrolytes, just in case you look at that and go, what is that she's holding? We're talking about Carnivore. Yes, I used to buy this sugar-free chocolate powder, but what it's got in there now is my chocolate electrolytes, which is a lot of salt, potassium, magnesium, and cocoa, raw cacao. I used to do all the raw food stuff. So it's important. My tip for you in this space, this is what I do, is every single day I immerse myself in carnivore things. And it's 2 things, recipes and health information. That could be someone's testimony, someone's story, anecdotal evidence, as well as you can go on like low carb down under. I live in Australia, so low carb down under is great because there's lots of doctors and medical professionals. Medical professionals are amazing because they're doing so much more research these days on just look at the cholesterol debate, right? But what eating meat can give your body, especially if you're carb sensitive like I am, right? So yes, I have so many YouTube channels I watch. I Google, I research. Look, ChatGPT is cool, but I don't think he's really as knowledgeable in carnivore as I would like him to be. So, I tried him out once or twice, but I much prefer the real people and their stories. And then there's the Facebook groups, and you can obviously Google stuff as well, but the Facebook groups and YouTube would probably be the biggest places. I don't really use podcasts for that, but you could. I mean, I'm sure, I'm assuming there's some good podcasts available. But YouTube's great. YouTube is just really great. And then always follow up the information and just so that you know the information is true. That's always a good idea, right? But yes, understand that a food plan is only 1/3 of what you need to be successful. I'm going 220. Look, my diary's on my phone. I think it was 220 last week. So maybe 227. I might be on day 220, 227, 220. Let's just say it's 225, just to be a little bit conservative. I've had no problems at all, but I keep my head in the game every single day. I do not waver. I do not entertain other options. I'm not doing any of that. And it's been easy. And I've done many diets before, and when I've done that, it's always been easy. And as soon as I start to stray or start looking at other things, it's always hard. I don't watch cooking. I love cooking shows. I do not watch cooking shows. Have not watched cooking shows all year. The only cooking I watch is if I'm watching a channel that someone's carnivore and they're cooking. That's it. That's my version of a cooking show right now. Because I know the power of your mind. Your mind is amazing, and it will derail you if you don't feed it the right information. So just understand that mind games are part of this deal, and that you need to, and your emotions are the other things, like, thoughts create feelings. And look, we could go down that hole. I won't go down all of that. That's more on the life coaching side. But how you feel, it can derail you in a day if you're not harnessing always that space and keeping it in check. And so for me, I call it to stay inspired. That's sort of when I first realized what I was doing was helping, this was years and years ago, I would help myself by doing that. And I didn't even know it was quite accidental. Of course, now I understand the power of it and I do it on purpose. But make sure you keep yourself immersed in carnivore recipes. And I know it might be how to cook a steak, it might be how to sharpen your knives, it might be, you know, how to cut up a chuck roll, like whatever it is that's of interest to you. There's power in that. It's keeping you in the game, right? It keeps you focused in that lane, keeps you in that lane. And that will help keep your emotions in that space too. Wanting it. And of course, if you've done carnivore at all, you'll know that eating meat and not eating carbs is amazing for keeping your emotions in check. Wow. And no brain fog and, happier mood and, it's incredible. But yes, stay immersed in whatever your food goals are, stay immersed in those and follow people that sort of speak to that for you. I hope that helps. Any questions, just ask me down below. Thank you so much for watching. Sending you lots of love.